family. It is me, your managing broker. I'm coming straight to you. I want to talk to you right into your heart and talk about what's on all of our mind right now is this market and how do I really adjust and shift with what's shifting around me. And so I decided to reach out and ask a few of your fellow agents if they would reach out and share a little bit about what's working for them, what they've had to change and do to adjust in order for them to experience success in this market. And they have done just that. But I wanted to kick it off a little bit. When we talk about life changes and things just going around us, some of us know how to deal with that better, right? Life changes, work changes, it's kind of the same thing because how you run your business is usually how you run your life, right? And so I wanted to talk about a few tips that I have used that have helped me shape and who I am and adjust and just get through and navigate through life changes that I've gone through. And trust me, I have been through some life changes that have nearly taken my life. And I say it smiling because I can now. And I want to share those tips with you and I hope that they will help you somewhat. And so the very first thing I want you to think about is your willingness to be able to shift is very important, right? But the second thing is how fast you're willing to shift makes just as big of a difference. And so some of these agents I've spoken to have said just that they shifted quickly. And so I'm hoping that you will have that too. Some of our agents that have been in the business the longest, this is the biggest struggle for you. And I feel for you, I have heart for you because you've done things a certain way for so long. And right now it doesn't feel like that way is serving you well. I see that you recognize it and I'm happy. So I hope that their tips, their tricks, the different things they're doing will help you to make that shift and navigate. So here's some tips that have worked well for me just with life changing. Number one is remembering what you focus on, it really does grow. If you think about a car, you never had the car, you've not seen anybody with the car, but now you get the car and then what do you notice? Everybody has the freaking car, right? Or everybody has that color car. It's because now you're focusing on that and now you're seeing it and it's starting to be everywhere, right? The same thing goes with what you are choosing to focus on, which leads me to my second thing. I have chosen through some of the most challenging times in my life to choose to focus on gratitude. And the way I have found to do that is by journaling. I do not like to journal. And I am not a corny person. But guess what? If it works, I will do it. And it works, I'm telling you. If you choose to journal, if you choose to make gratitude a practice, it's not so much when you do it as much as the fact that you do it. Whether you choose to do it first thing in the morning or you choose to do it when you're ready to go to bed at night. But I want to challenge you to do that. Maybe over the next 21 days, just try it just for kicks and giggles to see if Crystal knows what she's talking about. That you choose to write out 5 to 10 things every day that you are grateful for. And I even want to challenge you a little further to make 1 or 2 of those things something to do with your business. The second thing that I want to mention the third thing is choosing to watch the words that come out of your mouth. Your words, my words, all of our words have creative power. Whether you recognize it or realize it or not, we have creative power with our words. If you choose to use that, continue to talk about what's already happening and what is, then you can get more of that. But you can also be aware of reality, but yet choose to use more of your words, focusing on what you want to see. And what does that look like in our market right now? Choosing to not spend every chance you get, every time you get a chance to talk about the market, by talking about how hard it is, how there's not enough, how there's not enough. What if you chose to talk about the fact that, wow, I've got 10 pre-approved buyers, like I haven't had that in forever. And then if you can't go any further, just shut that thought down. You don't have to keep talking about it, right? And so give it a shot and be mindful and aware of what you are doing with your words. What are you creating with your words? The next thing I wanted to mention is being willing to do the things that you've been unwilling to do. In hard times, many times I have found the reason it's hard is because it was easy before. And so for many of us in this market, it was not hard to get buyers or whatever. Like we've been fortunate. We've been in a market where it's been kind of like, fall in your lap a little bit as long as you're willing to do the work. Well, it's not that way anymore, and that's okay, because we can roll up our sleeves and be willing to make those calls, to do those things that you've been unwilling to do. But now you can suit up, show up, and do those things that you've been unwilling to do. I want to end this with a little story I want to share with you about a shift. Because as you know, I am a very influential person, and I am a very direct and dominant person. So imagine being one of my children. Ugh. So that can be a little tricky. But my daughter, who I'm very, very proud of and love very much, like most parents, she earned a full ride scholarship to college, track scholarship. And because of her academics as well as her athletic abilities, I mean, she had no bills whatsoever. She got spending money, got laptop, all software, nothing. And as a result of that, her first year, she was able to earn $10,000 from me to go toward any car she wanted, cash with no car payments, all hers, title to her, everything, as long as she got on the dean's list. And she did it, of course. The following year, she decided she wasn't feeling track anymore. And so as a parent, I know how hard it is in this life to navigate with a bunch of student loans, right? And so I had a hard conversation with her, but I did not tell her what to do. I gave her options. I told her the pros and I told her the cons of the decision that she was thinking about making. I honored the fact that she was an adult, a young adult, but she was an adult. And I let her know where my role was in that and what I was not going to do, which was paying for college when she was being offered money to pay for college. My daughter went back and forth and she wasn't very happy with me. However, I stayed out of it. I gave her the information. I stepped back, and I want you to know something. I thought the best thing for her to do was to finish up her scholarship. My daughter chose to take the information I gave her. She took the challenge. She finished college a whole semester early, let her scholarship go her last year of college, and still only came out with $5,000 that she owed. But she is happy. That was the decision she needed. I can't believe that she did that. I would have never thought my daughter would graduate early, have her career already started at 21 years old, and to just be blazing and kicking it in life so well. I'm telling you this because your buyers, they're looking to you for advice, but I want to encourage you to do what I did with my daughter. You don't know the future, but what you do know, you can lay those cards out for them. You can step back like I did, and you can give them the chance to make a decision that can change their life for the better, or it might not be something so great, but let them own that decision. You give them the information to make the confidence, and I guarantee you, you just might like what you find out when you allow people, grown people, adults, to do what adults have to do in this world, and that is make decisions. I hope you enjoy the next speakers that you're going to get to hear from, and I hope that you find a positive outlook on what we're experiencing today.